Hi, friends. You're all very, very welcome to this meditation session. We're just going to do something at the beginning, just a little awareness exercise. This is something that I've picked up from my philosophy classes, and I think it's a really lovely way to just attain some rest and some stillness. And so, when we feel ready, we're just going to take a moment and we're going to allow the body, the mind, and the heart to be at rest or to be at ease. And posture is all important here. So allow the body to be balanced and upright. Think of it like a straight line from the top of the head to the base of the spine, with the spine in perfect curvature without any tension. And starting at the top of the head, just be aware of the forehead, the face, the neck, and the shoulders. No furrowed brow or brows are relaxed, with eyes gently closed, lips gently closed, with the neck and shoulders at rest. Be aware of the arms and hands and ensure you're not hanging on to anything in those areas. And then the trunk of the body. It is so very easy to hold on to tension in the back, the chest, or the stomach. So take a moment to check that you're not holding on to anything there. And if you find you are, then let it ease. So just take a moment to let the back, the chest, and the stomach ease as much as they can. We don't pressure any part of our body to relax or ease any more than it can. And finally, with the legs and feet, in whatever position they may be, whether they're on the floor or they're crossed, whichever is most comfortable for you, just ensure that the legs and the feet are at rest and that they're at ease. And in this way, just allow the entire body to be balanced, to be upright, and to be at rest. And now, as if for the very first time, feel the weight of your body on the chair or the place where you're sitting. Feel your feet if they're on the floor. Feel that connection with the earth to your feet in whatever position the feet may be. As if for the very first time, feel the gentle pressure or sensation of the clothes on your skin, as if for the very first time, be aware of the play of air on the face and on the hands, as if for the very first time, be aware of taste, be aware of smell, as if for the very first time, allow your hearing to be wide, open, and free. And as if for the very first time, be aware of all sounds, including the furthest and the faintest sounds, without any judgment, just being aware of these sounds. And as if for the very first time, be aware of the silence that lies beyond all sound. And as if for the very first time, rest. Simply rest in this awareness for a few moments. In this awareness, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go, absolutely nothing to achieve. In this awareness, there is nothing to become, there is nothing to fear. And so rest, simply rest in this awareness for a few moments more. And in this awareness, hear these words. What is this rest that is so very important compared to the luxuries of life? To rest is to give up. This is a law. A person can manage to live with less food, no house, and very little clothing, but cannot live without rest. And this rest must be full. Rest is to give up. So give up in full. To take people to bliss is simply giving them rest. To rest in their very self, with the self, so that they may have new and fresh mornings of life. Without this rest, life is not peaceful, and it is no wonder there is so much chaos in the world. When you lose touch with your inner stillness, you lose touch with your true self. When you lose touch with your inner self, you lose yourself in the world. Your innermost sense of self, of who you are, is inseparable from stillness. To be aware of little quiet things, you need to be quiet inside. A high degree of alertness is required. Be still, look, listen, be present, be at least as interested as what goes on inside you as what happens outside. If you get the inside right, the outside will fall into place. If you begin to be what you are, you will realize everything. But to begin to be what you are, you must come out of what you are not. You are not those thoughts which are turning in your mind. You're not those changing feelings. You're not the different decisions you make and the different wills you have. You're not that separate ego. Well, then, what are you? You will find when you have come out of what you are not, that the ripple on the water is whispering to you, I am that. The birds in the trees are singing to you, I am that. The moon and stars are shining beacons to you, I am that. You're in everything in the world, and everything in the world is reflected in you. And at the same time, you are that everything. Men are continually seeking retreats for themselves in the country or by the sea or among the hills, and thou thyself art wont to yearn after the like. Yet all this is the surest folly, for it is open to thee every hour to retire into thyself. And where can man find a calmer, more restful haven than in his own soul? Most of all, he whose inner state is so ordered that he is only to move towards the stillness within to find himself in the midst of a great peace, the peace that to my mind is synonymous with orderliness. Therefore, pick the opportunity to be freely in this refuge, in this peace, when you go inward. The moving mind looks for happiness in getting and experiencing things. These do not suffice, for when the mind has one thing, it immediately rushes after another, whereas the still mind finds happiness in everything. This kingdom within, or the heaven within, is the reservoir of peace and bliss. No violence can reach there. Dive in and swim around gently in the blissful haven which is within you. So take this time as an opportunity to simply rest. Allow the mind to rest. Allow the heart to rest. Allow the body to rest. Surrender to this rest. Know that within you lies peace, lies stillness. Be aware of any conversations or chatter happening in the mind. Be aware of getting lost in thoughts. Be aware of any emotion. When we bring our awareness to any of these, we drop any prejudgments that we have. Thoughts are nothing more than energy just floating around. Emotions are just energy. If there is strength in the thoughts or emotions, just know that there is strength there. When we resist or we fight what's happening on the inside, we give more strength, more power to the thing that we're fighting against. If we feel that we are caught in a battle, us versus our thoughts or emotions, create a peace where everyone surrenders and you let your feelings be, you let the emotions or the thoughts be there, and they let you stay in this state of rest and stillness. Realizing that this is a shared space where you wish for peace and harmony. And so we lay down our defenses, weapons are laid down, and we realize we can all live in harmony. The only moment we ever have in life is the present moment, which is why it's not necessary to think of the past, even if the past was only yesterday. And there's no need to yet think about the future. When we have met the future, we have always been able to handle what the future has brought, which is why we don't need to spend our time or energy preparing ourselves for the future. And the past no longer exists, which is why we just want to hold our awareness in this moment. If our awareness is not clear and it feels blurry, we can just know that too. We are not here to fix or to problem solve, but to simply sit in awareness and in rest, if the rest is achievable. Awareness is limitless. So when we lose our awareness, when our awareness fleets, we can just simply bring up awareness again. Be aware of the mind engaging in any conversation, in any chatter. End the conversation and come back to awareness. Come back to your object. Every time that a meditation or moments feel difficult, feel overwhelming, it's always an opportunity to recognize and to trust you can handle difficult moments, that you are capable of getting through it, and that it doesn't last forever. So take these opportunities to develop trust with yourself, with your wisdom, and with your true self, and with your mind. That together these can handle these moments. If things are difficult, I invite you to ask yourself, what do you need in this moment? What does this moment need? Perhaps it's patience, perhaps it's compassion, perhaps it's love. As we come towards the end of our meditation, we can just take a breath and let a wave of relaxation wash over us and release any tension or pressure that may have built up over the past period of time. And as everyone has their own ways that suit them best to give and send out love and kindness, we'll now take this opportunity to do just that in our very own way. Not forgetting to give yourself love and kindness at some point. And once we have spread our love and kindness, and if you need to take a few more moments to do so, that's okay. But we'll just take this time to set our intention. We have spent around 40 minutes building up this awareness, staying with awareness as often as possible, prolonging our awareness for as long as we could. And so we'll just make and set an intention to do so for the rest of the day so that we don't say we've done our mindfulness for the day, because every moment that we have is an opportunity to stay in the moment, to be alive, to be aware. And so we'll just set that intention to be as mindful and aware, to always be known for as long as we can, as often as we can, throughout the rest of our evening or the rest of our day. And when we feel ready, we'll slowly come back to the outer world, slowly adjusting our posture, slowly opening our eyes, just staying with the stillness, this awareness, and coming back around. So just take your time.